All right, let's go and take a look at lesson 2.4. 2.4 is all about solving multi-step inequalities. So inequalities that have several steps to it. All right, so the first question that we have, and a very important question that we have, is y divided by -6 plus 7 is less than 9. Okay, like I always say, block off this, anything attached to the y, before you start to do anything else, because a lot of the times what I see is that we try to multiply this -6 onto this side before we even deal with whatever else is there. Okay, we want to make sure that we deal with whatever else is there before we start to take care of this -6 that's being divided by on the y. Right, so -7 leaves us with y divided by -6. 9 minus 7 is 2. Okay, now to get y by itself, we notice that this is division by -6, and the opposite of division is multiplication, so we got to multiply by -6, okay, onto both sides. And notice that when we multiply by -6, like we talked about in that last lesson, we got to flip this sign. Okay, so whenever we multiply by a negative number on both sides, we got to flip the sign. And so 2 times 6 is 12, and then realize that this is a positive 2 and this is a negative 6. So when the signs are different and you're multiplying, the answer is negative. So negative 12. All right, let's go and take a look at the next question. All right, what we have is 2v minus 4 is greater than or equal to 8. Okay? So like I always say, in multi-step inequalities or equations, go ahead and block off the 2v, protect it, and let's see what else we have to deal with first before we can deal with the 2v part. Okay, so plus 4, because it was -4, we're going to add 4 onto both sides. So we get 2v is greater than or equal to 12, right? And then we got to divide both sides by 2, because this was multiplication, 2 times v. We divide both sides by 2. V is greater than or equal to 6. And remember, you don't flip the sign because the number that you divided by was not negative. So keep it as the way it is. All right, let's go and take a look at the next question, which has to do with solving an inequality with variables on both sides. So what we have is 6x minus 5 is less than 2x plus 11. All right, so what we have is an inequality with variables on both sides. Okay, so like I say, get your letters to the left and your numbers to the right. So this 2x, because it's positive right now, we'll subtract it onto this side. That would cancel out 2x minus 2x, that goes away. And this minus 5, if we want to get it over here, let's go ahead and add 5 because it was minus 5. So add 5 under the 11. So we will get 6 minus 2 is 4x. 4x being less than 11 plus 5 is 16. Okay, and then we have to divide both sides by 4. Why? Because this is multiplication happening here. So 4 times x. So if you want to get x by itself, you have to divide by 4 on both sides, right? And notice that that was a positive 4, okay, not a negative 4. So the sign just stays the way it is. We'll have x being less than 16 divided by 4 is 4. Right. So what about when we have no solution or infinite many solutions? What does that look like? Let's go and take a look at that really quick. All right. So in this equation, in this inequality, we have 8b minus 3 being greater than 4 times 2b plus 3. Okay, so what is that, right? When we see parentheses, the 4 wants to be multiplied to the 2 and to the 3, right? So 4 times 2 is 8, and we have a b on it. And then 4 times 3 is 12. Okay, so our new inequality says 8b minus 3 is greater than 8b plus 12. Okay, they were the same thing, we just multiplied the 4 to both the coefficients in the constant, right? So if we want to move the letters to the left, we go 8b minus 8b, that cancels. Minus 3, we've got to add 3 over here then, right? 8b minus 8b, that's just 0, right? It doesn't give us anything. 8b minus 8b is not 1b, it's not 0b, it's just 0. So write it as 0. And then 12 plus 3 is 15. Okay. Is this true? Is 0 greater than 15? No, right? 0 is not greater than 15. So no solution, right? No solution to this question. Right. Let's go and take a look at the next question. Right. So in this next question, we have 2 times 5w minus 1 all in parentheses. So 2 times 5w minus 1 all in parentheses less than or equal to 7 plus 10w. Okay. So again, let's multiply the 2 to the 5w and the 2 to the negative 1. We get 2 times 5 is 10, so we get 10w on this side. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2, right? And then less than or equal to 7 plus 10w. Okay. Getting the letters to the left and the numbers to the right, well, that means we will subtract this 10w over here, and we'll add this 2 over here. Okay, 10w minus 10w, that's 0. Okay, less than or equal to, sign comes down. 7 plus 2 is 9. Okay, is 0 less than or equal to 9? That is true, right? Because 0 is less than 9. This is always true. So all real numbers are solutions. The way we can write the answer is all real numbers are solutions. That means that is always true.